Unfortunately, can't be here today due to personal circumstances. But when Noel gives this particular slide, what Noel always emphasizes is the scale that we have at Insight that makes us unique. So it's those co-led universities that we have. It's the 450 academics, researchers, postdocs, PhD students, research assistants that are here. It's the 175 plus industrial collaborative partners that we've had. It's the 16 spin-out companies. It's the almost 3,500 publications, scientific outputs that we've had as well. But most importantly, we would say, is actually the people that come through Insight and that grow and are nurtured in Insight. And currently we've had 276 PhD students come through Insight and are now part of our ecosystem here in Ireland. Noel also sent some notes as well, and he particularly wanted to emphasize the importance of Galway's role within Insight as well. And I'm just going to read from his notes here. Our Galway team is world renowned in particular for defining and driving the European research agenda in data science by assuming leadership roles in important pan-European initiatives in the areas of data and AI. This requires not only expertise in data science, but also a deep understanding of the ethical and socio-economic impacts of that science. Noel welcomes you all here, and he hopes you have a good and productive day, and I'm sure he'd be happy to chat to you all later on as well. Let me talk a little bit about what Insight means. So we talked about that national centre. We talked about the ability to bring together all of that expertise from across the country into a single site or into a single centre. What that gives us in terms of our expertise is a very, very broad set of world-class experts across many, many different areas that are relevant to data science and to AI. Things like applied mathematics, statistics, case-based reasoning, computer vision, natural language processing, Internet of Things, open data, and many, many other technologies. These world experts that we have within Insight also work in particular domains using those technologies to be able to solve the problems that are challenging our society. And we have particular areas where we focus on Insight around the area of augmented human, everything from personal sensing to sports analytics to be able to help sports teams in their performance, applying those technologies in the areas of enterprises, helping organizations understand themselves and how they can operate better, but also the new business opportunities that are created by them as well. We also apply those technologies to our broader society in the area of smart communities. And today we'll be talking a lot about sustainability, particularly about resiliency and the importance of technologies in those spaces as well. What I wanted to communicate today about the importance of a national centre as well is the ability that it gives us in the international sphere. So when you look at the international positioning that we have within Insight, because we're a national centre, we have a voice from our member state here in Ireland, which actually allows us to kind of participate and to engage in discussions, debates, and decisions at that top table of decision making. And a good example of this is when we look at the European Commission and the vision that we have around the digital transition that's coming from the Commission. So President von der Leyen talks about the need for a digital transition in Europe that's made in Europe, that's driven by Europe, that's designed by Europe as well. She's very much emphasizing that importance of sovereignty around our technology and the responsibility that we have as Europeans for us to define this future for ourselves, so that it's not defined by actors in other parts of the world relevant to us. When you look at the Commission, they have two major areas in this area. One is their European data strategy, where they're looking to create and nurture the European data ecosystem, making it easier for individuals, organizations, and public bodies to be able to share data between each other, to be able to share them across borders, but to do it in a way that's trusted, to do it in a way that ensures that the data owner, the individual, remains in control and has say in how their data is used. Insight are a co-founding member in the Big Data Value Association. This is an association of European industry and researchers that come together to work with the European Commission to help define what that European data strategy should be. So representing the voice from the private side and working with those public actors to be able to define what that strategy should be over the long term. We also recognize that data is a critical resource for us here in Europe, but unless we analyze that data and extract value from that data, we will not get the benefits from it. So the Commission have also recognized the importance of working with artificial intelligence as a technique to be able to extract value from data, and they've created a new partnership within Horizon Europe, specifically looking at AI, data, and robotics. So this is a part of Horizon Europe. It's for the next 6 years, and it has a budget of about 4 billion euro. And again, Insight as a national centre has been participating in that as part of the AI Data and Robotics Association, again representing the views from the private side of that partnership, whether it's from the research side or from the industry side. So these are key areas where you can see by working as a national centre at national scale, we have that voice, we can participate, and we can be effective there as well. To make this a little bit more concrete, not only in Insight can we work at that policy level, but we also work at the implementation level as well. The technologies and where the policy hits the road, the strategies hits the road. Last month, the European Commission launched what they call the Data Space Support Centre. This is the key vehicle that they're going to use to operationalise that European data strategy, to facilitate common European data spaces that create an interoperable data sharing environment in Europe. So very, very concrete, trying to understand how do we actually implement that strategy, what are the technologies that we need to do that, what are the challenges that we'll have around data governance, around data interoperability, how do we bring that together, and how do we actually deliver on the vision. So as you can see here, Insight through the University of Galway are actually part of this Data Space Support Centre, and we're joined by some of the key, I would say, strategic players in Europe. So we have Fraunhofer there, which is effectively a network of national centres within Germany. We have VTT, which is a national technology research organisation in Finland. We have TNO, again, the National Technology Research Organisation in the Netherlands. And then we have Insight, which is a national centre here in Ireland. So it really allows us to play at that top table and to work with everyone that's there as well. At a national level, Insight is also at the centre of our Irish research ecosystem as well. And we perform as a platform that allows us to work with large industry, small industry, with public bodies to be able to understand how we can use technology in collaborative projects to be able to solve the problems and the challenges that they face. Working with Insight, there's many different ways of being able to do this, from our targeted projects where we have collaborative research projects with industry. These can be part funded by industry and also supported by Science Foundation Ireland through their research and innovation funding as well. We also do direct work with industry as well, where the industry partner fully funds all the work that we do. We can fund anything from a PhD student up to a large collaborative team or to an individual postdoc. And we also do work in the area that's known as SFI spokes. This is an opportunity for a collection of companies to come together to define a joint research agenda where they can work at scale, typically in the orders of many millions, to be able to tackle individual problems that they're facing, but also collective problems that they're facing as well. And one of our recent spokes that's been awarded there is in the area of data governance, specifically looking at the challenges that we have around sharing data at a national level. And also we work with our European partners within those we work with industrial partners within those European programs around Horizon Europe and together. Today you'll see many examples of success stories that we have with these collaborators in our presentations, in our posters, in our demos, and I'll invite you to engage with our researchers and to talk with them more. I'd also like to thank all of our guest speakers that have come here today, Jim, Walter, Lorna, Gronya, and Regina, Trina, my bad, Trina. I'd also like to thank all of our Insight speakers here today and all our professional and administrative services who've actually come together to actually create this event, everything from name badges to food, presentations. They've done a fantastic job, so I'd like to thank them all at the start of the day for that. And with that, I'll hand